What is up, everybody? Hopefully my audio is okay. Say hello in the chat, and I will attempt to pronounce your name. It's been a long time since I've live streamed, a few months, and it's even been longer since I've live streamed, regularly. I used to do this every week, but then I built this studio, and it took half a year working almost every single day. What is up, Hicks Wisdom? What is up? What is up, everybody? We are going to get started here momentarily. I was sweating bullets. I was a little bit late in starting this stream because I was at the gym too long. I thought I had more time, but I had to set all this stuff up and I forgot. What is up? It's been a while. Yes. StreamYard, which is what I'm using to stream this, is telling me I only okay, there we go. It said like 28 people watching. I was like, it can't be right. Like, that's that bad? Okay. So we're going to be doing something fun today, a little bit different than what we've done in the past. I used to do live UI UX reviews, like where you would submit your work and I would review it. We're going to do that still, but very sparingly, maybe one every 15 minutes, and people have already submitted inside of my Discord server. So you can check out the details about how to submit in the YouTube description here, if you're watching on YouTube, of course. And today, though, what we're going to be doing differently is I'm going to be taking a landing page that already exists for a real project called iCodeThis. And this is a project from my friend, Florin Pop, a fellow, tech creator person. And I thought to myself, we could probably improve the landing page a little bit, even if it's just through an interactivity and a redesign, or a slight redesign, which is what I'm going to be doing in this stream. And I'll be checking out the comments here, as I go on. What I want to do is I want to be able to put the comments on this big screen behind me, because this isn't like a green screen or anything. That's like a 20-foot screen. So anyhow, let me read a comment real quick. I want to offer promotion for you. Never mind. No, thank you. What's up, Florin? What is up, Michael? Channel regular. All right. So I'm going to switch. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a quick way to switch between my monitor feed and me behind the camera. So I have to do it manually right now. I will remedy that for next stream. But I'm going to start sharing my desktop now. So that's what we're going to do. So this is iCodeThis right here, and daily projects you can build to improve your coding skills. This is the landing page, and it's basically a service in which you can, obviously, it says it very straightforward in the ad copy. You could just take these daily challenges, like this one, for instance. Can you create this in HTML and CSS in their web-based editor? It's a cool concept as a way to gain experience, while you're trying to build your skill sets before you actually have clients and stuff like that. And I think this section up here is what we're going to focus on. And I already kind of designed an idea in my head. We'll see if I can improve upon that as well. And the problem that I had here is this is a website that's about, front-end development. And I think what would really help sell the service even more, which may result in more students signing up to the platform, is a really interesting sort of interaction and animation / illustration that occurs up here in the hero section, something to really give a good first impression. Right now, it's in terms of design wise, it's solid. They're not breaking any type of conventions, but I think we can make it more interesting. And I think that could be the difference maker in, having trust in the service. And also, this could increase students. So let's go ahead and focus on that. I'm going to switch back here. Let's see here to Figma. And we can see we have the original one right here. I am going to switch and just check my comments. I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything stupid like, oh, shit. So it was not screen sharing? Oh, okay. Was I not screen sharing? What exactly? Okay, that's my bad. I'm sorry about that. I think I hit cut on the wrong thingy. Let's see. This is every streamer's worst nightmare where, they're like, okay, why isn't it playing here? So you only see me, right? You don't see my computer screen. It could be a major problem. How about now? No? Okay. Let me figure this out. Oh, I know why. It's my settings. We need to do video external. There we go. vmix video. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll revamp that real quick. We see kind of a crazy section here. Let me go back. This is iCodeThis. Okay, so I'm pretty certain at this point in time you can now see my screen. I apologize about that. I'm glad I checked that. Okay, so this is iCodeThis. Okay, so going back, this is the landing page. There's nothing too crazy happening here. Like I said, they're not breaking any type of UI design fundamentals. Everything's easy to read, but I think we could just make it more interesting for at least desktop on the hero section. So here in Figma, this is, let's see here. There we go. Let me get rid of that. We're going to do a quick redesign. Here's the before, and then I took the logo and the area up here, and we're going to just do a essential redesign. And I'm not 100% happy with it, but I think it's definitely improvement. We're also going to take a look at how to animate it with what's called jitter.video. I just did a YouTube video tutorial about how to use that a week ago, and it did real well because it's a very cool tool. So we're going to be hopping into that and working that in as well. So I'm going to take a look at just my reference design on my phone. All righty. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to address here, and again, I'm going to go back and forth here just to make the sound is a bit weird. Okay, thanks a lot, Code and Design. Nobody's ever said the studio looks too big. I mean, what is that? Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to get a better mic here set up. Hopefully it's not too bad. It sounds like it is, but it is what it is. So iCodeThis, daily projects you can build to improve your coding skills. It's that type of ad copy is really what I would say I think we could go maybe a different direction. Of course, you would have to test this ultimately, like through A/B split testing. But I'm going to change that up, and we're going to use columns. So if you can, one thing you can notice here, you're not utilizing columns at all. Everything's just kind of stacked on top of each other, which is okay. It makes responsive design way easier. But we're going to split this up into 3 columns on like a large desktop. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I'll do is start with the headline, which is typically what I always start with. And I'm going to specify something that kind of asks a question. You probably can't code this. All right. And we're going to put this in kind of like I said, we're going to have 3 columns. So I'll increase this size. Here, after I do a little bit of work, we'll check out a design from my Discord server, and I'll check it out from one of the user submitted entries. And then we'll do underneath this, or can you, with a little, now here's where we talk about visual hierarchy. All right. We can't have you can't have a headline and a subheadline as being the same size. That's just silly. So we're going to take this down a big notch, like 24 or something. And notice we are just sticking with enter here. I think I might right align this as well. So, well, no, right align the text. There we go. And then we'll right align that, and we could probably make that. There we go. And then one thing I also want to add is an emoticon. Emoticon for chin scratch, I think. That's in here somewhere. Yeah, like this one. This is what I want. And it's just, it's a familiar icon that people can use. And if I just drag this to my desktop, I think it's telling me on my other monitor that I have to, come on, what the fuck is happening? That's not good. Okay, maybe I hit escape. Okay, yeah, it was asking me on a different monitor that I don't have access to if I want to overwrite this, because I think I had this one already. What I'll do instead, here's what I'll do. 1 second. We're going to cut to my live feed because I don't want to reveal the whole design yet. Right here. There we go. And then just hang with me. This isn't going too smooth yet. Don't worry. We'll get everything figured out here in a second. Let's see here. There we go. I'm going to be taking, I'm taking some assets that are predefined from the design that I designed already and just getting them kind of off the actual real design that I created. That way I'm not showing you what I want to come up with, essentially. Okay, sweet. Now here in a second, I'll do a review of one of your designs. Okay. Now I'm going to switch back to my camera. I mean, my screen, rather. Cut. All right. So hopefully you can all see me. All righty. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back here and, oh, I'm using the web-based version. No big deal. And I'm going to take this emoticon. Where the fudge? Oh, I don't think I grabbed it. Maybe I'll. Well, this sucks. I literally lost the freaking emoticon. Okay, well, we're just going to pretend that's there. You'll see the final version in a bit. So anyhow, after that, we're going to have that was a big fail. A button here, a call to action. And instead of just designing this from scratch, I'm just going to stick it right here. So what we're doing is we're kind of asking a question, really. And you're given a challenge. I think that type of ad copy might yield better results if we approach it like this. And then what you can notice at iCodeThis is they have a daily challenge, and it's basically just a screenshot. The thing that I'm about to do and approach this would require them, whoever, Florin, whoever, it would require them to take and create transparent PNG presentations of each challenge, which is extra work. So, but the result I think is cool. So like yesterday's challenge that they had on their site was these little social media things, like see if you can do these. So what I'm going to do is just put like one right here and then another one like right here. And I designed these, like kind of like from scratch. I didn't like copy and paste or anything. So now we have this section, and we're going to have a third area to the right of it where we kind of start describing literally like what the service is, and along with some features. So the first thing I want to do is put this thing right here. They have it right here, and I like that. It's just kind of showing real people, real developers, all walks of life. And then what we're going to have is right here. We're going to place that right there. And then we're also going to put the fact that they have 37,000 something odd developers. So 37,258 plus developers. Oh, wait, am I not switched to my screen? Oh my God, I swear this software literally sucks. I cut there and now it's not showing me. Wait, yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, we should be good. You can still see my screen, right? Because it's not showing me. All right. Yeah, I just really need to make sure. Yeah, I think you all see my screen right now. Okay, good. All right. Now, additionally, let's go back. Okay. And we're going to stick this right here. And I'm going to put this a real small size of like 14 and make it bold. There we go. And I'm going to put, we're going to utilize one of the, primary colors right here for this. All right. And now to give the background some texture, there's several different ways to approach this. I like this color, the secondary kind of like panel color that they're using. So we're going to take that and I'm going to do a big like less than code sign or greater than, whatever. Yeah, we'll do greater than. And so I'm going to make this really large at 1,000 just for now. And we're going to change the color to this color. And then I'm going to right click and flatten it and make it really large and hit my right or left bracket key to put it in the back. And I think you're going to like kind of align it kind of like this. There we go. And so just doing something like this, I may reduce the opacity, can really just make, like I said, it gives texture and it makes for a more interesting layout rather than just having a flat, absolute solid background. Sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes, other times it's not. You can go ahead and be a little bit more creative. So this is looking pretty solid at this point. I want to take this text. We're going to put it up here. And I'm going to put today's challenge. We're going to put this kind of like in a, let's see, a little bit slightly extended letter spacing. So we'll increase that, left align that, get that right there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Again, this is the original. And we're just kind of columnizing it a little bit. I'm not done yet, of course. And I think at this point in time, because I forgot, we're going to do a review. And the very first one is from Moaya. I think this is a channel regular. All right, no comments left. Let's check this out, though. The best all-in-one bot for Discord. And mind you, I haven't checked any of these out yet. Me6 is a complete Discord bot, easy to use with millions of Discord servers worldwide. Trust to manage. Okay, so you definitely want to work on this this sentence right here because it's a little bit broken up. The best all-in-one bot for Discord, and it shows a satellite. I would like to see something a little bit more relevant over here in this section because a satellite on a asteroid, a little bit too vague in my opinion. So my daughter just entered here. Anyhow, I like this section. This is, I'll be honest with you, I like this section a lot more. And almost though it seems like you have some bad color contrast here because this dark blue doesn't really contrast well with this desaturated gray. So I would look into perhaps integrating a little bit of blue into this gray, and you're going to have better color contrast. All right, looking at the rest of this. The rest of it seems pretty solid. But yeah, maybe think about a less abstract way to demonstrate what's happening with your bot, perhaps through some type of stylized illustrative UI where it's showing the bot interacting. You could do that with all the different animation libraries. So yeah, definitely you're on the right path. All right, let's continue on. And the next up section I'm going to do is I'm going to do a real quick arrow. Let me check the what's up, Lakeland, Florida? I've seen you before. All right, so we're going to take the pen tool. I'm going to do a quick arrow like this. Hold Alt, drag that in. I'm going to zoom up, and we're just going to make a quick arrow pointing over to that section. We want a stroke that's white and a size of 2 or so. Okay, so you probably can't code this. It's pointing to it just to be a little bit literal about it. Give it a shot right here. Yep. Okay. So next up is this third column. We're going to continue on, and we're going to put in a section or a line that really kind of just mimics what they're stating right here in this section. So what I'll do is just take this right here. We're not going to make it as large. We're going to make it light, I think, and we're going to make it maybe around 40. And I'm going to change the type to participate. Oh no, not SpongeBob cap. Participate in daily coding challenges to improve your skills. We're going to left align this. All right, and just want to make sure I have the right size here. There we go. I think that's pretty good right around there. Because again, you don't, in terms of typographic visual hierarchy, you do not want to compete too much with this. You want this to be the big focus point, the headline, and this to be kind of like a secondary headline over here. You don't want to overpower it, by making it like size 50, because then it's like, you're not really sure where to look first. So you want to establish that typographic visual hierarchy. Okay. Next up, we're going to have a small list of 4 little feature blips, if you will, that'll just kind of just state what's happening here, essentially. So if I go back, we'll take this type And this type is going to be a lot smaller still. So we'll try like size 18. And then we'll also say easy to use web-based code editor. All right. And then we're going to push this right here. And then I'm going to hit Shift L, which will give us the arrow tool. And we'll make that size 1. All righty. So now we'll take this, we'll put it in an auto layout, we'll duplicate it a few times. Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll auto layout that. There we go. And then just to customize these really fast, I'm actually a pretty fast typer. Let's see how fast I could type. New challenges every 24 hours. Yeah, I definitely want to improve my live streaming situation here. Utilize some keyboard shortcuts so that I can switch between my camera view. So like when I'm talking about stuff, you don't have to watch my desktop when I'm doing nothing. I'm definitely going to work on that here shortly, getting things all set up like that. I'm going to move just to create some better vertical balance here. I'm going to move this stuff down. So it's kind of starts right here. And just kind of looking around in other areas. I do want to add, we just take this type here. I'm going to rip that out of there. A little note, because on the original landing page, they have a new challenge in a certain amount of time. So for that we're almost done, by the way, and I'll do another review of somebody's website or layout, and then I'll also start animating this. It's very cool. It's easy to animate a prototype using jitter. So I'm going to say time remaining. All right, and then I think underneath that we'll have another blip, and it's going to be this. So I want a copy of that one. Time remaining is what? 12 hours, 45 minutes. Yeah, something like that. And this would count down. These are two different sizes, so let's just do 14 for that. All right. Yeah, getting this set up. I wish I had my little emoticon there, but you know, life wouldn't work out for me. Yeah, this is pretty solid right here. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Again, it's a 3-column approach as opposed to just one column here. If we go back and forth, you can kind of see this. Now, what really makes this come together is the animation and prototyping that I'm going to create. And it's entirely achievable within something, you know, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And you would probably utilize something like the Greensock animation platform to create what I'm about to create. But before I do that, I will check back again with some, let's see here. Yeah, just make sure everything is going well. I will do another review real quick from Absab. All right, freelance web developer, on time, on budget. I like that, on time, on budget. It's good that you didn't just say freelance web developer. Building web applications that users adore. I don't like the fact that this is like gray, because you have a lot of color in here and then you have this gray text. I don't know about that. Maybe just make it black. All right, so let's see. Galaxy of Endeavors. What is that? Very interesting. It's a different way of saying portfolio. Yeah, I mean, all your fundamentals are here. I don't see anything that's sticking out to me that says, hey, this person is doing things wrong. Got some nice testimonials. I like how you laid it out. In the masonry grid, blog, have an active blog. Yeah, this is solid. I like it. Very nice. Let's continue on with this. So the next step is we're going to go stop into jitter.video. And again, this is basically an alternative to After Effects. You know, some people will use After Effects to demonstrate how they want their UI to behave. For us, we're not going to do that because After Effects is slow as hell. I cannot stand it. And it's clunky, and it's just like a million features that you don't need. This is stripped down, and it is a million times faster. So here's how this works. We're going to go over to our Figma document. I've already installed this, by the way. And by the way, I can show you the original that I created down here, which my little thing went away. Dang it. My emoticon. Oh, well. Same thing, basically. And the way it works is we could select the entire artboard like this. Right-click, go to Plugins, choose Jitter, and then choose Copy. It only takes like a couple seconds. It depends on how much stuff it's copying. And then we go back to Jitter, paste it, select the artboard and match it up to our size. So select this and just drag it out. Now what we could do is just 1920, 1080. There we go. And it's pretty much right there. Perfect. Okay. So now you can see it did a perfect job, except for this little give it a shot where it's for some reason it's, you know, it's supposed to look like this. Let me go back to the document here. It's supposed to look like that, but for some reason, must be how it's set up. It's messing it up, but no big deal. This is just, you know, a prototype for how we want this thing to animate in and out. And so what we'll do is I'm going to take, let's see, how do we want to do this? You can see there's two tabs, Design and Animate. We're going to be sticking in the Animate tab the entire time because we already have the design done, and that's that. And so I think I'll just do some initial animations like on this type. So you click New Animation, and you can make it fade in. There's all these different presets over here. Like I like Slide In. I think Mask In's even better though. So Mask In would look like this. And what's really cool is if you just click on it, you have your properties over here. Your duration can be adjusted by just taking this left handle and just dragging in and out, which is awesome. And then you have some other, you have different accelerations and easing and all that type of stuff that you could change right here. And it's just so fast. Like After Effects would take a while to render this every time you want to see it. So that's good there. Let's take the arrow and we'll animate that in a unique way. Now, when you select a type layer and animate it, it will animate each individual character. I've spoken with the team. I told them I want you to also make it so that it has this type. Oops, sorry. It has this type of animations as well, where, well, you can't see this one because this is white and it shows you a white preview on a blank background. I think we'll have to talk about that with the developers, but we can make this like slide in. I don't like that one. Let's do mask reveal. I don't want it to zoom, and we'll make it maybe reveal. There we go. This way. There. So now, as you can see, if I just drag this right here, maybe we'll make that to be the first one, and this comes in slightly after. Yeah, there you go. Now what we can do is you can also nest these animations like into other groups and animate the group while that other stuff is animating. And again, this is all stuff that you can achieve in front-end development. Because it's worthless showing a prototype animation if you can't actually achieve it. And sometimes that's what After Effects animators would do. So what we're going to do is, let's see, what is next? We're going to take these elements, like this whole left column, and we're going to hit Control G to group it and then add a new animation of, let's see, I think maybe we'll just do a slide in, but make it slide from the bottom. So if we do that when all this is happening, it creates a really cool effect. So for instance, if I zoom up, you can kind of see this better. So I'm not sure if I like that. Let's see. So we'll take this and let's hit change. Maybe just a simple mask and slide in. I'm not sure if I like that. Maybe go the opposite direction and then make it a little bit longer. Let's try 2 seconds. And I think we can probably delay these slightly and not make it go so high. But unfortunately, it looks like I'm not able to control the X value. So I think we're going to change that one. Let's try a mask reveal. We don't have to scale that. That's a little bit too much. I don't like that either. I think we'll just do slide in. We'll keep it simple. You don't want to overdo things a little bit too much. I actually have one that I think is a little bit better. The first one I did. So I'll show you guys that in a bit. Want to make sure we still got people watching here. What is up? Next up, we'll take this and we'll do a cool animation with it as well. Let's see here. Yeah, I like this mask resize one. You can change the direction, like top left. Do the same thing. Oh, and by the way, you could take the animation right here, just copy it and select next element and paste it. That way you don't have to keep on like doing the same thing. So let's try this now. Make them stagger a little bit. Oh, it's already looking good. Look how easy that is. Now, of course, to implement this, with GreenSock, if you have somebody skilled enough with GreenSock, it wouldn't take them that long. New animation. I think we'll do something on there. That's like a grow-in effect. And then finally, one thing that's really I talked to the developers about is they're going to make it so that you can grab a group of similar repeating items and apply a sequence-based animation automatically. Otherwise, if you want to do that, the quick and easy way of doing that, like if you want each one of these to fade and grow in or mask in, we can hit new animation and just do something like mask reveal. Oh, I think I duplicated that. My bad. Something strange is happening. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we'll take new animation and let's see here. Mask reveal. I don't want to zoom. Yeah, let's change that. Let's mask and slide in. There we go. That's the one. Yes. Just like that. I like that. And then we copy this, select the next group, offset it slightly, select the next group, increase timeline slightly, and then finally do the same thing over here. And guess what? Look at that. Now we'll take finally the last one. We'll create a group out of the last, these ones right here. I think I moved things over by accident. Can I group them? We'll see new animation. We'll just do like a slide in. Oh no. Yep. I know what's happening. This is like, unfortunately, this is not inside. Yeah, it's like underneath everything. Where the hell is it? There we go. Frame 2. You go back up in there. Ay, 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 ay. Trying to get this situated. There we go. So now we'll take this again. Can we group it? Yes. All right. So new animation. We're going to slide in except from the top. And maybe 2 seconds. And put this over here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so that needs to start sooner. See now how fast this is? It is so much better. Okay, so that's pretty decent. I want to show you the original one I created. I like the actual the design better. Yeah, I guess it's very similar. You can see this time I have my little emoticon there. Okay. So now what you can do, if you're happy with it, you can export it, and it's very fast. So 1080p, you can do 4K. I'm just going to do 1080p. Watch how fast this is. Nice. And then you can just download it. Let me hit download. It's showing up elsewhere. Well, come on. There we go. I'm trying to like expand this so you can guys see it a little bit better, but there's not much working out today. This is pretty big though. Yeah, you can see it just looping though. Awesome. So now what you would do is you would show this to a front-end dev who's good with GreenSock and integrate this. Now you could do this like in a no-code editor like Webflow and Framer, Wix Studio, but you would have to import GreenSock animation platform because Webflow wouldn't be able to do these sequence animations, out of the box. So you'd have to extend it like that. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. Yeah, Jitter is awesome. Let's go ahead and do another real quick. Let's just, at this point in time, what I'm going to do is probably just some reviews. If I go back here to the chat and we'll just hang out for a bit. But yeah, so that was the original. I'm pretty happy with the redesign. It's just a fun thought experiment. But let's go ahead and check out this person. All right. So I actually kind of like what I see here. I like the little dashed lines here. I like the colors overall, but I'm not sure if I like how this is grayed out. I don't know. I help startups with purpose-driven websites. I like the ad copy for sure. Everything looks solid. Yeah, this is nice. I like this little available for work thing. Might be a little bit coming in heavy on the dash lines when you have around here and here, but yeah, no big deal. I would probably move it from here personally in the middle. All righty. What was this built in? All right, so it wasn't some no-code editor. Yeah, this is actually pretty solid from what I see. Let's check out another one. By the way, everybody, my next course is on Framer. And so I've started recording and just getting ready to rock. And I want it to be done rather soon. It won't take quite as long as normal. So I like this. It's a very different type of website. It's not your typical cookie cutter, landing page. I like this as well. It's just a nice abstract representation of the person. And I like how it has a filter applied to it. Very nice. Turning your vision into stunning website. I would say websites, and it looks like this. Is that text? It is. Okay. I would change that to websites, and maybe not even websites. I don't know if you want to use the word websites. We don't use old school words like websites these days. I would scale down this type just a bit. And I would also maybe consider creating a little bit of a difference in the type between web design and UI UX, like style those slightly different. And also get some interactions in here. Like if I hover over this, it'd be nice to have a subtle animations on the type. But overall, pretty solid. How is my camera? Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. I guess that's the case. I think I put the wrong screen. Let me see. One moment. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. What is up, the lion? Just taking a look at some user submitted reviews. Nope, I just checked that one out. No, I'm not going to click to enter because I'm scared to see what I might find. I'm so scared to click on this. Okay, that's interesting. I would never put click to enter though. Just do that. Don't require action from the user. Not everybody's going to click to enter. They're not going to do it. So just make that automatic with that little loading animation. This is interesting the way you've done this, but the execution is off because it's a little bit difficult to read this type. So you could do this sort of thing, but I would really make sure, like especially this subtype right down here, the subheading, a creative developer who creates website and smooth user experiences. Issues. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read. So I would simplify that area. You know, stuff like this, you don't really hardly have any padding, and on a 4K monitor that's maximized like this, you want to avoid that. Also looks like you're styling the scroll bar, and it's a little bit confusing because I see yellow in it and orange and red and gradients, and it's just kind of crazy. It's a little bit confusing in that way. So you're doing a lot of interesting things with interactions, which I like, and animation, but that was just too much. Like that took a long time to scroll down. So it looks like you have a lot of skills in front-end development, but the UI itself kind of needs work and some of the UX as well. Okay. The only course, all right, so somebody said I want to buy your course now. Before I do, I have a question. Is this the only course I will need to know UI UX? No, it's not going to teach you every single thing under the sun, and there's no single course that will do that. So think about that. But it is over 16 hours worth, and it's interactive, and it is one of the best UI UX courses out there, in my humble opinion. All right. Yeah, road to 2 million. I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime soon. YouTube has slowed down, but then again, I've slowed down too since the studio, but I'm picking content quality and frequency back up a lot. Let's do a couple other reviews real quick. Let's see. We'll do PEX. All right, discover the perfect credit card for you. All right, so one thing I don't like is this slightly increased letter spacing. It makes it hard to read. The only time I increase letter spacing is pretty much like on little tags, like 1 or 2 words max. But not on full sentences like this. It also makes it just kind of look amateurish. Just put that back to its regular letter spacing, unless it's a weird font and has issues, but this is too far in my opinion. Outside of that, discover, all right, embark on your, all right. Is this the new morphism? Or no, it's not new morphism. I forget what we called this last year, where big, thick borders were a thing. I'll be honest, when you have these big, thick borders all around this, and to this extent, it's a little bit busy. It almost becomes more about the borders than the logos themselves, if you will. So think about that. And then this right here, this we're going back and forth, especially with the extended letter typing. It's bad type. It's going back and forth, and it looks like a checkerboard now. So rethink some of these areas of that design. I can see, you got contrast nailed down, because you have maximum contrast. But just think, I would really look into topography a little bit more in terms of web design. All right, everybody. Let me check the comments one last time. Yeah, I haven't published on Udemy in a long time. So for those of you who are curious, definitely check out designcourse.com. I have the advanced front ends course, this UI UX course, and the CSS course. Those are all interactive courses, and you can join now. Especially advanced front ends, you can get 20. Actually, if you stream 30, you can get any of these for 30% off. And so advanced front ends is my course that just came out last month. And it's going to teach you all, you can watch this video, about how to utilize GreenSock animation platform, a little bit of Three.js in order to create some really cool, awesome example-based layouts and UIs. So definitely check that out. We're going to do these live streams. Today's live stream kind of sucked in my opinion because I didn't have things set up like how I want to. I want to get out my better microphone for this purpose because I'm using a bad one. And so this is going to get a lot better. But yeah, appreciate Floor and Pop for allowing me to cover his design iCodeThis. And hopefully you found that beneficial if you watched through it. There's a lot of really cool stuff we're able to do these days, especially with AI and all that stuff. So yeah, awesome stuff. I will see you all soon, and goodbye. All right, leave the studio.